Hello Cancer, Cancer Rising, and Cancer Moon people. This is your monthly astrological horoscope for July 2017. And a quick reminder for you guys, as of the 1st of July, the Tarot Home Study course is available for download and purchase on my website, integrativemysticism.com. It's over 3 hours of video content, all about the tarot, me teaching the tarot, all of that kind of good stuff, with supplemental documents that come straight from my book. And if you want to get that, again, you can get that at my website. And of course, this is the same place you go to get a session with me. Also, just a reminder for everybody, please check your rising signs. I've got a special video talking about how that all works. It can help you out no matter which horoscopes you're looking at. And that's on the main channel page. It's the top video there on just the main front page Scarlet Moon YouTube page. And, also, remember, these monthly horoscopes are about the big sweeping shifts that are going on for the month. If you're looking for more day-to-day or even flavor of the week types of horoscopes, you do want to come back and check out the weekly horoscopes that I do. The first half is exclusively astrology, so there's something for everybody. So what is going on with your astrology this month anyway, Cancer? Well, Cancer, you know what? We have a leftover aspect from June I think that's going to be very helpful for you. And that is Mars, planet of action and energy, still cruising through your sign all the way up until the 20th of June. And with Mars in your sign, you get the wildcard blessings of the planet Mars. Alright, what is that? That's action, energy, passion, competitive advantages, as well as respect and honors. So when Mars is in your sign, where do you want to apply that this month? What are you trying to reach for? Are we trying to actually maybe even get ourselves into some more competitive professional circles or personal circles? Are we trying out for any kind of auditions, any kind of, taking any kind of competitive exams, application processes, interview processes? Where do we need to be putting ourselves out there, but also standing out in a crowd? Mars is also an excellent thing to have in your chart if you are trying to get back in touch with getting control of your physical body for any kind of athletic concerns or simply just getting in shape. And either way, it's going to be also working really, really hard on giving you more opportunities to add more energy and passion into everything that you've got going on in all circles. On the 4th of the month, we've got Venus moving into your 12th house, your past, your privacy, and your hidden zone, Gemini, where she will be from the 4th of the month up until the 31st of the month. And when Venus is in our 12th house, things get more intimate for sure, because we start to actually bring love interests into our more private life, or more likely we find out about private crushes or secret crushes that people may be having on us. We may even find that we are put in closer quarters with the object of our affection. This can be wonderful for those of you who are currently coupled as well, because this can indicate a time where a lot of you who may have been feeling like you and your partner have been sharing too much time with other people, extra demands from friends, from family members, and other obligations and things like that, kind of giving, pulling us away from alone time. This is actually the kind of energy you want to see, because everything's getting tighter, and again, the privacy and the hidden zone is where a lot of you and your partner and your partnerships will start to have more invested energy. This can be a time as well where we may emotionally revisit the past, either with a person or just in our memories, but be careful. Remember, this is a short-term aspect. It may not always be something we're meant to go back and repeat. On the 5th, we've got Mercury entering Leo, enter your earned income sector, where he will be up until about the 25th of the month. And when Mercury's in your earned income sector, things tend to come a lot swifter to you. Whether it's a lot of short, easy projects you could wrap up in an instant and get paid easy money for, or quite possibly, we're speeding up a process or progress for you. This is where we have on-the-job training opportunities start to show up, things that we can sign ourselves up for. If we're looking to take on extra errands at the office to get extra credit, or possibly to, to start getting noticed by people we want to start communicating with more and more, This is an excellent time, and it's also an excellent way for a lot of you who are trying to get big projects done ahead of time to get that head start. If there's anything at the office that's been taking for way too long, maybe you've been stuck on a certain project or stuck on a certain assignment that you just can't wait to be over, Mercury really helps us wrap it up quicker than we could have forecast or expected. On the 9th of the month, we've got a full moon occurring in Capricorn, in your 7th house of partnerships, your closest one-on-one relationships. That's your boyfriend, girlfriend, BFF, business partner, roommate, all of those people, okay, including, spouses and all of that. Now this full moon is kind of interesting for everyone because it's going to be conjunct Pluto, currently retrograde in that space, and opposed to Mars in your sign. And we're really working on trying to close a door that is stuck on a really negative era in the past as it relates to your closest one-on-one relationships, and it may not be easy to shut that door. Okay, sometimes we have to move past, we all have to move on from a certain incident in order to move forward in this partnership, whatever this is. And like I said, this may not just be romantic or professional, it could just be a BFF, it just could be somebody we live with. But something from the past is going to get brought up again, or something somebody is not over. And you may be surprised, it may be you who's not over it, or maybe surprised because it seems like we've gone months with things being perfectly fine, but somebody actually was keeping those feelings, kind of mashed down. There could be, some tension in the middle of this month surrounding this situation, but we're trying to put this situation to bed for good. And this means that, as hard as it is, sometimes it is hard to let those things go or have that problem finally be solved. We can't have it hanging in the air either. So that might be something that can be hard to do, because like I said, if a person just has not done the emotional work, has not actually done that, it can be hard to get them to live in the present with us. And that can be a situation that can hurt, a relationship that's otherwise doing very, very well in the present. On the 20th of the month, we've got Mars, planet of action and energy, moving into your earned income sector, offering you even more money from the duration of July and even well into August. Because Mars, it's one of those things, whenever Mars goes into the earned income sector, it's time to make some, to get extra. Everything is extra. Be careful not to burn, the candle at both ends and burn yourself out. But if you're looking for overtime, if you're looking to catch up for lost time, or if you're just simply looking to pick up your hours in a major noticeable way, it's over the next month and a half that that's going to be most obvious to you. Now you may feel like you're getting bogged down a little bit because Mars sometimes doesn't know when to quit and say no, so you may find yourself accidentally volunteering or being volunteered for a lot of extra with extra compensation, but you don't know how you can fit it into the schedule you have. Either way though, I still see this as a good problem to have if we can manage it well. On the 22nd and on the 23rd, we've got the Sun and a new moon in this area, this earned income area, and we're starting to actually, again, do some big financial gains and even financial recoveries for those of you who feel like you've incurred a loss or so over the last few months. With the Sun going into the earned income sector, we're starting to see you getting more popular, and the new moon can even promise a lot of you job-seeking Cancer people out there a new work opportunity, whether it's with an employer that you have or possibly with a new employer who is actually going out of their way to show how much better it could be. And this time the grass may actually be greener on the other side for real. The Sun here is going to basically be cruising from this area from the 22nd all the way up until about the 3rd week of August. And you are going to be noticing an opportunity to make some organizational improvements at the office where people were not listening before, but suddenly your input is a lot more valuable this month. So when people ask finally for you to give your 2 cents, don't be cheap with it, okay? On the 25th of the month, we've got Mercury, the planet of communications and haste and speed, moving into your 3rd house of communications, pacts, and promises. And we're gaining a lot of traction this month, especially if you have any kind of initiative that you've been trying to get forward, whether it's paperwork that you're trying to get done, if we're trying to get permits, if we're trying to get something signed, a pact or a promise ratified or notarized. if we're trying to get people to all kind of team up and come together on a big agreement. This could be something legally binding or something just, you know, simple short-term agreement, or even just an arrangement or a promise that we all need to keep. We're finally seeing people being more committal during this time. And with Mercury being in this part of your chart, this is also a time for you to consider making some amendments to pacts, promises, and contracts that you are already a part of as well. Whether you're trying to make an adjustment to a payment plan that you're on, you're trying to make an adjustment to maybe a lease or a contract. If you're trying to get out of it, there may be an opportunity coming in August as well following this Mercury retrograde, but we'll get there, cross one bridge at a time. That's not this month, that's in August. However, this is a time to start optimizing and start amending nonetheless. And I feel like with this Mercury going into Virgo, you're going to be noticing a lot more people initiating these shifts, following your requests, and following your directions a lot more smoothly and a lot more quickly. If there's anything you need to gain publicity in your life, this is also a wonderful aspect to have. Finally, on the 31st, Venus comes out of your privacy zone and moves into your sign, where she will be on the 31st of the month, but this is really more of an August aspect. And with Venus in your sign, you get the wildcard blessings of Venus. The wildcard blessings of Venus always bring us to opportunities to attract and magnetize ourselves to our heart's desire. Now, this could actually be something that is very easy to do, because one of the only things you have to do with Venus in your sign is show up. Okay, you just need to make sure that, again, we are putting ourselves out there to be seen. It's like throwing a line out there. Now, if we don't throw a line out there, we don't catch any fish at all. But it's almost like with Venus in our sign, we have the perfect lure. Are we trying to attract more friends into our life? Are we trying to attract a new, maybe even just a new lifestyle change, a new lover? Maybe we're trying to attract an opportunity to actually win over somebody so we can actually get their authorization or get their permission to go forward with another initiative that we're trying to take on ourselves, but we need this person's okay to do it. Venus in that sign, in your sign, is ultimately the best boon you can have. Okay? So all in all, it looks like an absolutely gorgeous month coming up here in July. I hope you enjoyed this horoscope. If you did, please like, share, and subscribe. You know I appreciate it. And of course, if you ever want to get a session with me, you can always follow the links below or go to integrativemysticism.com.